And when you find these things out, you almost feel like a sense of responsibility to share it with others who can benefit from it. Hey there, welcome back to my epic journey. This is Brandon DeVere. Thank you as always for tuning in and sharing your time with me. I do appreciate that. Here we are on the journey from 600 to 0 back to 600 plus and everything that falls in between. So today is sorry I got away for a couple days. This last week has been kind of hectic and trying to get back on the right foot here to get back to where we're going. This last week, out of the few, I'm adding about 5 agents a week. I added 2 yesterday and then lost 1 today. Those things happen, right? Just so as you're building your team, like there's retention. Retention happens. Sometimes it doesn't. I mean, attrition happens is what I meant to say there. Attrition happens, and you don't, you're not necessarily excited about that aspect of this type of business, and that as you're continuing to grow. But again, like I said, we're basically a startup. We're still learning and growing. Like people forget. Some of these other companies have been around for a decade or more and have things in place. And sometimes there's people that will see it and they'll get too frustrated and they leave, or maybe they're leaving for whichever reason. Happens all over. Our goal is to make it so that it is not there's a book called Grand Slam Offers, or not Grand Slam Offers, but it's $100 million Offers by Alex Hormozi. And he talks about Grand Slam offers. And Grand Slam offers are offers that are so good that you feel stupid saying no. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're building is essentially a Grand Slam offer that you just can't, like, if you like, you get in, then you can't say no to it, and then when you get in, you don't want to leave. But as we're in the process of building that, we have to know that there's going to be times where things happen. People don't necessarily want to wait, or maybe they find something, and this isn't even sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes people find a better fit for themselves. That's not. It's not just about, they're not smart, they don't get it. They didn't get, they couldn't wait it out until the situation got resolved or anything like that. It's not always that. Like, Epic, I've said this 100 times before, Epique Realty is not for everyone. It isn't. And not trying to make it for everyone. I just saw our co-founders posting on, somebody posted Epic or LPT, a question the other day, on these Facebook questions. And I know a lot of it is, it's not really people asking. It's people like trying to bait people in, because you get on there, oh no, Epic for sure. Oh no, like LPT, you got it all the way. You don't know. You have no idea. You don't know what they need. Maybe neither one of those are the right fit for them. That's the thing is, I was just listening to this book called Super Communicators, and I've really realized myself that I've been lacking on communication, like quality communication, right? I tend to have conversations in my head thinking that I said it to the other person, and it didn't happen, and I didn't relay that. So I think they were on the same page and we're not. So that's one of the reasons I'm reading this book, is because I want to get better with communication and see what people want. I've talked before about doing us doing prescription before diagnosis, and what that means is essentially just telling people what they need without understanding. You're telling them what you can give them without understanding what their needs or wants are, and that happens a lot. And so when we go out and say, hey, this brokerage is the best brokerage for you, it's not. And so I do want to preface that what I'm about to talk about with that, because I do know that Epique Realty isn't for everyone. It might not be for a number of reasons, right? Not just cloud based, but for if you certain things that you want out of your brokerage, maybe Epic doesn't have it yet, right? We joke about car washes and things like that, and but it's pretty cool, man. It saves me $30 a month. I don't have to pay for it, so that works out for me. But maybe somebody owns a mobile detailing business, and their spouse owns that business, or their kid, and they get their car washed for free, like fully detailed. Okay, maybe that's not a big deal. That's not saving anybody $30 a month. Or somebody who doesn't use that type of car wash. So it's really about knowing what people want and need, and obviously I'm not saying that people are switching brokerages because of car washes. That's the joke. If you ever hear me present an Epic overview, you'll see me like, hey, who I say the same joke every time. Who should join a car or join a brokerage because of a car wash? The answer should be no one. And if they are, they better check where they're at because they're probably not in the right place if they're even considering it, considering moving brokerages because of a car wash. Because that's how like little it is. But one thing I did hear somebody say the other day that was was pretty eye opening to me was that if this company cares as something as like minute as a car wash, imagine what like imagine the other things that they're thinking about that for the agent. So that's that just kind of got on a tangent there on the car wash thing, but um, what I wanted to say was when they started announcing the latest benefits that were offered for us, I started looking at it and I was like, you know what? Like usually when you hear a brokerage, like I'd never really heard until I joined EXP, people talk about like a brokerage that could change your life. I've never heard that before. It was never I just never heard it, man. I was 100% brokerage, never heard anything like that there. Like it was being at 100% brokerage, I realized that I was more worried about saving money than I was about making money, and that's why I was so excited to be at 100% brokerage. Because ever since I've been 100% plus at a rev share company. I've made over 100% ever since then, and I know people will be like, "Oh no, that's not true." Absolutely 100% true. I don't even know how to quantify it when there's a month when I don't close a transaction and I still get revenue. I don't know how much more um, over 100% that counts for. But I know that if I was at 100% brokerage, that I would sit there and not close a deal. I would not make any money. So I made zero. And so then I made over 100%. So, but anyways, most of the time when people talk about life changing, it's referred to as like, you know, rev share or stock or something like that. And those are both things that we offer, and those can be life changing, absolutely. But after last Wednesday, hearing some of the offers that people are getting, I mean, we had just in our own office 3 weeks ago, we had two pets die. Two dogs died from one from our team leader and one from one of the other agents on the team. And like that, for a lot of people, like pets, I have two pets, I have two dogs. But for a lot of people, a lot of us, pets are a part of the family. They're not just something. So to offer like pet insurance, like now maybe this isn't life changing, like you're moving up a tax bracket because you have pet insurance, um, but like the peace of mind and the ability to go, oh man, like what? Because think about it, what if something happened to your dogs right now, your pet? What like what would you do? Like, would you be out of pocket? I've heard of people paying $1,000, like going to the vet and paying $1,200 for something they didn't know that they were going to have to do. Like that morning they woke up, didn't have any idea, and then all of a sudden they're spending $1,200 on their pet. Like what? Like what would that do to you financially right now? If you wanted, like, you got to a spot where like, okay, should I get what this pet needs or not? I don't know all the ins and outs or details yet of what there's certain things that we know that it does cover, but not I haven't dove in quite completely into that. But a couple other things that were offered that kind of blew my mind were medical and dental, and that's for an additional $25. So it's not completely free, but it's $25 a month for medical and dental, and it's $25 per household member. And you get glasses, you get contacts for a year, all this stuff. But those type of things that are giving people like are that's kind of life changing, right? Because some people have a side gig because they need certain benefits, and now Epic is starting to slowly cover those different, like, our healthcare. Like if you're not worried about like ambulance rides and hospital stays and things like that. Then we have our healthcare that can cover certain things, like or healthcare that is like telehealth visits, like your weekly or monthly or prescriptions that you might have, and things like that. That's life changing stuff, right? Because now you're going, okay, maybe you do have to work another job, or maybe your spouse works another job, mainly just for the benefits that you get from your company, right? Now these benefits that we currently have, these health benefits, aren't meant to replace health insurance, but they're getting pretty dang close right now as far as what's going on. We have additional options that can basically supplement what you need if you need a health share cost starting at like $73 a month. So there is there's definitely some some life changing going on, and what it makes me think of is that it's sharing sharing with other agents right now. Like it's been kind of taboo, right? People are like, oh, you're just trying to recruit me because it's better for you, like you're gonna benefit from it. But we've reached a point right now where it almost feels like a responsibility for us to share with other agents that this stuff is out there. Not a my brokerage is better than your brokerage, but hey, do you know that there's a brokerage out there that offers all of these benefits that have normally never been offered by any other brokerage? So it first people are just like, that can't be true, can't be done, can't be done, can't be done, and then you see these things start to happen, and you're like, man, I should really share this brokerage with other agents. Like the agents that you care about should actually absolutely be hearing about this. It shouldn't feel like you are bugging them. To me, like I said, it's almost a responsibility for me now to come on here and talk about these benefits and share these with others, because they're absolutely going to benefit from it. They're going to be the ones that are going to thank you. When I was at the EXP, I still have people thanking me for introducing them to the model. Well, now we have a model that is going to get even more thanks, because now people are going to be taken care of in a way that a brokerage has never taken care of them before. So I just wanted to share that. This show, full transparency, this show that I started was originally, yes, it's an attraction tool. It's to get people to reach out to me and be like, hey, I like what you're saying. How can I learn more about this? It's originally from me going from 600 to 0 to 600 plus. But what I'm realizing now is that it's going to be even more than that. And for the reason that the Epique Experience back here, that show that I do, that Epique Experience was to share the experiences that people are having with these benefits, instead of just telling them about them, because you don't understand what does that benefit even mean. But when you say, I bring Tony Ingram I bring her up all the time, because she was kind of a inspiration for the idea of the Epique Experience. She saves $150 a month in her on her monthly prescriptions, which is basically a wash for a solo agent to join Epique. $150 a month, $149. So you can either say she pays $150 a month and gets her prescriptions for free, or you can say she pays $150 for her prescriptions and she gets Epique for free. So that type of stuff people can understand. They can wrap their heads around. Oh man, you pay that, like Josh, he gets his Josh Miller, our CEO, he gets medication sent to him every month for like 3 months supply of, I think Zyrtec is what he takes. I take Claritin D because I've started to get like massive allergies. But if you know anything about trying to buy like a decongestant, like Claritin D, I can only get one pack every 2 weeks. And if you want to feel like, unless you have a prescription written for you, so if you want to feel like a junkie and you go in and you have purchased within the last 14 days, they will turn you down and say you cannot buy it. It's happened to me. Totally embarrassing, because I bought some of this. Brief story time, and then I'll get off on here. But I bought my Claritin D here. Typically go to Sam's Club. Sam's Club is cheaper, but I go there, get the generic version. I bought it. It's registered in the system. I forgot to take them with me when I went up to Washington. I went to go visit my family in Washington. I got up there, went to the little, and I thought, oh, it's not going to be a big deal because it's a little like podunk, small little drugstore there. Not like a Walgreens, nothing. It's a family locally owned drugstore. And I went in there and tried to buy it, and they're like, nope, sorry, you just bought some a couple days ago. And so, anyways, it's kind of funny, like getting cut off from the pharmacist. So, but if you have a prescription, you can have it for longer. So that's what Josh does. He uses that 3 month supply that they just ship to him every 3 months, and he has his pills and he's going on. He doesn't have to think about it because it's on auto ship. He's not going out to buy anything. So, yeah, just wanted to share that, because I really do feel that we've hit a point now where it feels like a responsibility to share with as many agents as possible because there's people out there that need some of these items, and for us to be quiet about it and not share it, for myself specifically, for me not to share it, I feel like that's more selfish than wanting to uh, or than trying to get people just into my downline. And that's a byproduct. But why can't multiple people win? That's what's always confused me about the recruiting aspect and the agent attraction aspect, is that people are upset about being recruited and attracted, and don't like it. I don't get it. I mean, I guess I do get it. They don't want to, but I mean, still, like, there can be winners on both sides, and that's what I strive for. That's what I hope for, is that people are winning, and hope you're winning. Hope you're crushing it out there. I'll be back again tomorrow to continue on for the week. So have a great one.